Welcome back, one of Niners. It is your favorite curly headed Dominican here. And I know it's been a while. It's been a while. I haven't really posted any content. I've been a little busy. 2023 wasn't my year, and December definitely wasn't my month. I finished off 2023 like literally grasping for air and just crawling to the finish line. I was just ready for that shit to be over. It wasn't my year. I just had some really bad juju going on in 2023. So um, I'm just gonna pray that 2024 is a better year for me. I was supposed to give you guys an episode for Christmas, but shit just got hectic. I'm not really that type of person to share my personal information or anything I'm going on because, I don't like the whole people feeling sorry for me or just in general. Because a lot of the times, I feel personally that when you put your business out there, you get a lot more shit talking than you do get support, in my opinion. That's usually how it is, my opinion. Again, um, but like 2 days right before Christmas, I got my vehicle towed. So that was a really rough, a really rough day for me, and it was just like the water, that last drop of water that like fucking just spilled, make the whole water, whatever, however that saying goes. The what is it? The straw that broke the camel's back. So that's pretty much how I was. I was on my way to take my daughter to school, and we walk out, and my car is not there. So it got repossessed. I've been going through a lot of financial issues, and that was just like the kablooey of all kablooies. 2 days before Christmas, it was on a Friday, so Christmas was on Monday. Um, so yeah, it's been rough. My daughter didn't go to school that day, and it was just like I literally I spent the entire day crying. I think I dehydrated myself from all the tears. But I didn't let that get to me. I was fuck that. It got to me. Like it was just really like, why me, God? And it was just one of those things where I was like fuck, what, like, like so long story short is it was just that was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't want to relive that situation. I haven't been able to get my vehicle back, so I was just like, at this point, just stop asking why me, God, and just looking at the bigger picture. Like maybe God was uh keeping me out of the way of of a bigger harm or something like that. So um I decided to welcome the year in with positivity and just stop questioning God. Like just I'm not, those of you who know me, I'm not big on faith um in the sense of going to church and stuff like that, but I do believe that there's a man above, and I do believe that he's watching over our better interests despite what we go through and despite what we might think through our battles. So um but yeah, so I stopped questioning God. I was just like, okay, whatever happens, it's happening for a reason. So just in the meantime, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do and just keep on working hard. He got me. Plain and simple. That's pretty much the, you know, bottom line. With that being said, I don't have a car, so it's been a little bit of a hassle for me to get around, like to get to work. I got to Uber everywhere. So with that being the mentality, how I ended 2023, it's one of the main reasons why I started to push my merch line, because it's something that, one, I love doing. I love creativity, and it's something that I've always loved to do. So creating a merch, and being able to just do it with my bare hands and getting it out to all my viewers, it's something that it means a lot to me. And obviously, the extra income does help, which is why I'm pushing so much for it. I'm not the type to be like, hey, go check out my GoFundMe. I'm not that type. No, I'm not throwing shade on those people who are going through it the same way I am. But it to me personally, it feels a lot better um, if I'm actually working for it. So which is why I'm launching the merch. I'm pushing the merch, and it's something that I'm sharing a piece of myself with all my viewers. And shout out to those who have actually been purchasing my merch. I really love you guys for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, uh, but anyways, going forward, this is my new shirt. Well, my new sweatshirt. I just created it for myself. I will show you guys what I'm rocking it with. Obviously, I have some gray jeans on, and I'm rocking it with some Adidas that are also the exact same colors of it. It's navy blue with a little bit like a little lime green, glittery. So it feels like like grimy season and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much this is mine. But if you like it, I can make one for you. Check out my website. It's one of nine podcast.com, and there you will see all my merch. But yeah, thank you guys. It was hard for me to share that little piece of information. I just want you guys to know where I'm coming from. And yeah, that was just how I ended my 2023. So it was a bit rough, but we surpassed that. Gigi is very so that episode we actually filmed, Giselle and myself, was actually like a day or two after that. And the fact that she throughout the whole thing, she was very strong. She cried because she cries when she sees me cry. So it's like, girl, trying to stop crying. Why are you crying? Stop crying. So it's one of those things where I saw the effect that I had on her by me crying, so I had to keep it together. Usually I do keep it together, but that day I was just like, fuck it. Like the waterworks just was rolling. So it was one of those things where I couldn't control myself. And I needed to control myself because I had to remind myself that I have a pair of eyes watching me at all times. So but I'm very proud of her of how she took the whole situation. And I told her, I was like, we're gonna get back on our feet, girl. Like, we're gonna keep on. She's like, yeah, I know, mommy, whatever. So shout out to her. She wanted to be in this episode, so I was like, next one. I didn't want her to like have to rehash that or relive that. So with that being said, 2024 will be a new year, will be a bigger year, full of blessing, full of positivity, full of love, and full of life. So yeah, keep on following people. That's all. That's pretty much all I wanted to get out the way. And with that being said, things that are going on in the world today. I was like looking at all the shit going on. I hate news, first of all, because news I just feel is so depressing. Like on top of the shit that we have to deal with in our own lives, we also have to like look at the news and see other stuff that's going on. I know it's good to inform yourself, but because I started school this week on Monday. Today's Friday. I started school on Monday, and my degree requires us to stay on top of like current events and stuff like that and what's going on in the world, law, the policies, and just how we relate to our lives in general. I was looking at the news, something about in Ecuador there's like a state of emergency for, I think they're setting a state of emergency for 60 days. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, like their biggest kingpin or something like that escaped from jail this past Sunday, and it's been like unleashing just a streak of mayhem and police getting kidnapped, families getting killed. So it's like World War III going on over there, and it's crazy what's going on in the world. And just seeing that in today's time, it's like, damn, like shit, like that's shit you see in movies. Like you don't see that, you don't get to live that, and I feel bad. I really feel bad for people in Ecuador and just the stuff they're going through. I know we have our own problems going on. We got that senseless war going on overseas, over in Palestine, and just it gets me depressed just seeing all those videos. And I'm not being heartless about it. It's just those are things you don't want to see, and you can only imagine what they're going through. Like it's especially seeing those poor kids that got nothing to. They don't even know what's going on, and the fact that they are the number one victims in this senseless war that's going on, and it just gets to me, because when you're a parent, especially, or even if anybody in general, anybody that has a heart, can see what's going on and just be like, shit, that's crazy. And I just don't like watching news. That's just depressing, and I'm not turning the blind eye. It's just my personal preference. Um, yeah, that shit sucks, man. With that being said, whew, yeah, just me saying it, it's just bringing back all those images that I saw, the videos that you see on it. Every you guys see it, all the videos you just scrolling, you see all the lifeless bodies. That's just depressing and sad, and I really feel for them. Um, and on the lighter note, I don't know what else. I've been going through so much. Um, Not in a bad way. Just like so much. Like today, I woke up. Lately, I haven't been waking up with like the energy to do anything. Like I decided to take this week off from work so that I can focus on my first week of school. This is my second semester of my junior year for my bachelor's. So hopefully next May 2025, I will be graduating with my bachelor's in criminal justice and homeland security. So I really look forward to that. But this year, I'm feeling like a nerd because I'm taking a lot of classes that I really want to take, and that I've really been looking forward to since I started going back to school. So I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to take those courses. Really nerdy of me, I know, whatever, but it is what it is. I'm beating myself up. I'm taking 5 courses this semester. They're all online so that I can have the flexibility of actually go to work, be able to do my merch, do the podcast, and just do everyday stuff. Sacrifices that Giselle and I have made. She has, well, last year this time, or this time last year, whatever. You get what I'm saying? She was accepted into a special performing arts school. So it's by lottery, and then once you do get the lottery, or if you get the lottery, then you have to prove that you have the grades, the attendance, and the just the I guess the art for it to be accepted into this school. So she worked really hard, and she even got accepted into advanced courses. So she was kind of like in 6th grade and at 7th grade at the same time. So a huge sacrifice that she made this year was to go to her zone school. So we are switching her school. We're in the process of switching her school, unfortunately, because one, I don't have a vehicle, and two, the school that she's going to now, it would qualify for her being picked up and dropped off in the school bus. The special school that she was going to was you had to get dropped off. So I live about 20 minutes from the school, uh, and just getting there would be ridiculous crazy. And even if I were to Uber her every day, I don't have the money for that. And two, I would not put her in an Uber by herself. And three, it was also restricting me from actually getting a job, like a job that I can do like a 9 to 5, or actually a good paying job, because I do have a job, but it's a job that I work nighttime, and it's something that I didn't like. And I was only restricted to working after I was able to drop her off and pick her up. So now that I'm switching her school, she's able to take the cheese bus. And it's one of those things where I have the flexibility of um, watching her get on the cheese bus or on the school bus. We call it a cheese bus up north. Watching her get on the bus and then me taking off to work. Whereas I had to wait to drop her off at school, and then I had to go to work. But what job is going to allow me to drop her off at 9 and then let me out of work by 4 so that I can go pick her up? No job, no good paying job. So um, that's in order. I'm in a process of getting another job, which is a really good job. Don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to mention anything. Um, but that's just a sacrifice, a huge sacrifice that she made. Um, and it just shows how, and she's taking it like a champ, man. She's like, yeah, it's okay. She's looking at the bright side. She's like, I get to see some of my friends that I went to 5th grade, because all the kids that she was in 5th grade with, most of them went to that school, with the exception of like one or two that are in her current school, the special school, the special arts school. So she made a huge sacrifice and she took it like a champ. So I'm really proud of her. And I'm taking it as it's only temporary because I did fill out the application again so that she could go back to that school come seventh grade. So hopefully by then I will be on better financial standing enough to be able to move closer to her school where she can walk her ass to school. Yeah, either that or at least close enough where we can take public transportation because where we are, we there's no public transportation. It's a nice area, but there's no public transportation, which is one of like the negative sides of work of living in Orlando. If you don't have a car, you're dead. Like you're doomed. So for now, if I do get this new job, I'm gonna be Ubering everywhere, or Ubering there, which is not bad because it's only like 10 minutes from my crib. So, anyways, enough of that sad shit, right? So uh, today I woke up on the good side of the bed because I was watching. If you guys know me, you know I'm a huge fan of Stephen Amell. He was the person who played Arrow on the show Arrow, so the Green Arrow for DC Universe, and on top of the fact that he's like fucking fine as hell, he's actually a really good a really good actor. So he has movies like Code 8. He just did the sequel for it, Code 9. Um, he was on a wrestling show called Heels, which is on Stars, and he also did. He was also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He starred, I believe, as Jason, the hockey guy, the newer one of the newer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this morning he was on live, right? So about a year ago, or maybe more than that, about a year ago, he was on live, and I was like, "Hey, I sent a comment on his live, and I was like, "Hey, hi from Orlando, it's Lizette," and he shouted my name out.
Northern Ireland, and Lizette Sepulveda saying greetings from Orlando.
I was, oh my god, instant flood, instant like drip, if you know what I'm saying. Oh my god. I was like, oh my god, he said my name. And on top of that, he said my name correctly. A lot of people who see my name, my last name, they butcher that shit. They be like the special, like they just give up halfway. Like if you see my last name, you battle it. Like you are And it's not that hard, guys. Just read it. Like if you know your ABCs, at least get close to it. Like Sepulveda, however you want to say it. But some people just see the SEP and they fucking give up halfway. Like, try a little. Try. There's a whole boulevard in California, Los Angeles, with that last name on it. And it's a whole town in Spain. So, anyways, so he was like, greetings from Orlando, Lizette. I was like, oh my God, instant water. So he was on live again today. So I was just like, hey, hope you remember me. It's Lizette. Hi from Orlando. And this motherfucker shouted me out again.
Hey, Lizette. She's from Orlando. Yeah, so in terms of my upcoming schedule.
Oh my God. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. He's like, hi, Lizette. She's from Orlando. I was like, oh my God. Like, we know each other now. Like, we're friends. Him and I are friends. Like, there's no going back. Like, my God. I'm like, and I was just telling my friends, I was like, oh my God, it's like a category 9 hurricane down there. Like oh my God. Uh, I was just like so impressed with it. I was so happy. That shit made my day. Like there's nothing that can fuck up my day now. Like nothing. Anyways, so that's that. So, I'm getting hot all over again. Oh my God. So with that being said, I'm actually gonna, because I say that a lot. I've noticed I said that shit a lot. I say, with that being said, and when I'm having a conversation, I always say, like I was saying, so I'm gonna get like fucking merch and just put that shit on the hood. I don't know what to put on this hoodie yet. I haven't decided. I don't know yet. So as far as my hoodies, what I like to do is if I know the person that's ordering the hoodie, I try my best to get a patch, like an iron on patch, and I put it on the hood of it. So I will put it um right there. I don't want to choke myself out, but I would put it right on the middle of the hood part, and I will put a patch there. Um, like I made one for my brother Mitch. He ordered one. He ordered the black one with the original logo. So this is not the original logo. This is logo number 3, which is the slimy, glittery. I can do it in any color, but the font stays the same. But he has the original logo, which is the white background that says podcast. No, it says one of Niners, or yeah, one of Niners with the sound bars behind it. So that's the original logo. He ordered that one, all black, with the white logo, and I put a smiley face on his hood. Um, and the reason I did that is because he he goes through a lot of shit. Like, out of him and I would say I have a very short fuse. This man will bottle shit up, which I always tell him. I was like, that's not good for you, dude. Like, don't bottle shit up. But then I'm on the other side. So I'm extreme when it comes to, like, if I don't like something, I will say it. I'm not gonna bottle anything up to hold anybody's feelings or to preserve anybody's feelings. He's the complete opposite. He hates confrontation. He's always trying to look at the light side of things. So every time I'm going through something and I will go to him and I'll be like, hey, I'm going through this and this and that. He'll be like, just, tomorrow will be a better day. Just sleep on it. I know you're a hustler. You're going to be okay. Like, through all my troubles, he was like, you're going to be fine. Liz, if I know you, like, you're a fucking hustler. You're going to come out with something. You're going to be okay. And whatever it is, I'm going to back you up. Like, so all I see when I think of him is smiley faces. It was either that or, like, he loved the Ninja Turtles. It was either that or, like, the Ninja Turtles. I was like, I'm going to go with the smiley face. Now, if he gets something else, if he orders something else, I'll definitely put on, like, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles patch or whatever. But that's my first reaction when he ordered his hoodie. I was like, a smiley face, bro. Like, you always put a smile on my face. You always got my back. You, no matter how stupid my ideas are, like, he is there. Like, he always got my back. Another person ordered another hoodie, and when I thought of that person, same thing. Always positive, always bright, always hyper. I'm like, chill the fuck out, sit down. So I put a rainbow on her hoodie. Obviously, I'm gonna gender appropriate the hoodie. I don't mean it with anything past that. Like, so if it's a female, I'm not gonna put, like, a rainbow on a dude's hoodie. That's just disrespect. No matter how happy that person is, no matter how, whatever their preference is, no. That's just me. Unless they ask for it. I'm not just going to assume that they're gonna rock a rainbow hoodie and make them feel uncomfortable. I want everybody to want to wear my shit. And I put a rainbow on her because she's always happy. She's always bright. She's the same way as my brother. Um, but yeah, another one. Another hoodie that was ordered. A lot of hoodies are getting ordered, so I'm assuming that's the hot item. And I have all colors. If you look at my page and you see a color you don't like, just let me know. I can definitely get it, and I can definitely make it for you. Another hoodie I ordered was a person who loved DC, so I put the Batman sign on theirs. On that hoodie, I got a little creative on it, and since it was the Batman logo, the old school Batman logo, I decided to try to make the original One of Niners podcast um, sign a little vintage, and I made it to look like rustic. So I'll show you guys also what that one looked like. And I was like, yo, I'm the fucking best. I'm like, bro. Anyways, and then another one. What was the other one? Another person ordered. Oh, it was a hoodie that a coworker of my brother's ordered, and I was like, I don't know him. Can you describe him to me? And he was like, oh, he's like chill dude, always positive. He's very calm, stuff like that. So I was like, positive person. So I put a little sticker on it, positivity. Like I said, I want to do these things and I want to share a piece of myself with you guys since you guys are uh watching me. I'm welcoming you guys into my life, and and I just want you guys to feel like we know each other, feel connected. And like I said, when I started this journey, it's something that I'm not really used to as far as sharing myself with the world or sharing myself with my viewers, but I do promise to be a little bit more open. I'm not going to be out there, like, you know, doing all this crazy shit that these other content creators do. No offense to them, if they're comfortable with that, but I'm not going to show you guys anything that's not me. So I'm not going to be wilding out. You won't see me out there talking to strangers, talking about, hey, $5 if you buy this mystery box. Like, no, 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 no. Chill the fuck out. Chill out. This is where you're gonna see me. And that's about it. And if I do another setting, it's because I'm out on the road. Like I have a few siblings that live in Jersey. I've been trying to get them on the podcast, but they being little bitches, whatever. My next victim, aka brother, I do plan on bringing my brother Christian on the show. So I gotta talk to his wife for that first. I know I gotta get permission. Like, hey, can I get my brother on the show? Um, she'll do it. She'll do it. We cool people. But yeah, that's I don't know what else. I say a lot. I know that. It's my filler word, so get used to it. It's my filler word. That's my thinking word. So if I say a lot, it's because I'm thinking the little little hamster's going in the wheel up there. And just pretty much I want to give a huge shout out to people like Skylar, Michelle, my friend Talal. Those are friends that have been keeping me grounded during this tough time. And not saying that they're the only friends that would keep me grounded, but they are the friends that I feel most comfortable in sharing my situation. Also, Belmar, um, she's a great friend. She's been also keeping me grounded. She's been reminding me, her and Michelle have been reminding me a lot about faith. So I appreciate you guys. It's been helping. It's very therapeutical and it's been very, very helpful during these hard times. So, and going to work also is very therapeutical for me. It may seem stupid for y'all. Some of y'all like work. Yeah. I actually love working. I love going to work. I feel like, especially the work that I do. I'm a security specialist, and I love going to work because it's a distraction from everything going on. So when I do go to work, I have fun. The coworkers that I have there, especially my boss, like my boss is a retired police chief, but that dude is like he's cool. Like being at work, it doesn't make you feel like it's work, even though it is work. And there's nothing more I appreciate than having a direct boss. Like, hey, you did this, you fucked up. How can we do better? There's no scolding. There's no reprimanding. Obviously, I'm talking about myself, but especially like me, I'm being trained for a new position, and it's like, they'll praise you and they'll also tell you what you did wrong, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the bluntness. I appreciate the straight shooter thing. I appreciate that because we're all adults at the end of the day. The last thing I want to hear is like my old job, like sending a mass email like, "Hey, we need to do this as a team better." Like, no, go straight to the source, tell them how they fucked up, what they can do better, and what you expect of them as an employee. Like, if there's one thing I hate about corporations is, and I've been a part of many corporations, is that if Billy fucks up, why send an email to 100 other people saying that we need to do this better, knowing damn well that the person who did it and everybody knows Billy did it. Why go to the other people? Like you're just approach the person. Because now what if Billy is clueless and he don't know that he fucked up? So now Billy's wondering like, oh, I wonder who like you fucked up, dude. Like just as an adult, and I feel like as a manager or as a boss, as whatever you want to call it, as a hierarchy, if an employee of yours messes up or they're not doing a good job, approach that person. I guarantee you that they will appreciate you 100% instead of having 100 other employees pissed off at you or, you know, have no respect for you because you want to sugarcoat it and just beat around the bush to get something done. So just be straightforward and be like, hey, this is what you did wrong. Let's do this moving forward. And I guarantee you they will appreciate you. And yeah, just me as an employee, me as a worker, that's how I see things. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would appreciate that. Just be straightforward, dude. And that's in everything. Even in a friendship. If you are like if let's say Skylar hurts my feelings or he does something that I dislike, there's a 50-50 chance that Skylar did it without knowing. By me being respectful and me setting my boundaries, like, hey, Skylar, I didn't like what you did that day. Um, just going forward, is it possible we can work on something? Like, just be an adult about it. And that's in everything. And I guarantee you everything would go a whole lot smoother. Because I personally hate when people beat around the bush, when people are shady as fuck. Like, don't insult my intelligence. I'm the type of person I catch on quick. So if you are over here sugarcoating something or lying to me, like, not that I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna find out like I'm Liam Nielsen. Like, no. I'm just saying like I would appreciate you, appreciate it, and I would be thankful and grateful that you're preserving our friendship by you being real with me, no matter if it's gonna hurt my feelings or not. And if you feel like it's gonna hurt my feelings or just fuck me over, just don't do it in the first place. Like that's just common courtesy. Um, and don't be an asshole about it. Like just if you know that you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings by doing something, just don't do it in the first place. Or be straightforward. Be like, hey, I know you don't like this, but I'm gonna do something, whatever, blah blah blah. You know. And again, I guarantee you that that person will appreciate your reality of it, your your honesty, and just be like, all right, bet I don't like it. You're right, but it is what it is, and it's just how it is. I feel like a lot of the reasons as to why I outgrew a lot of my friends, or a lot of friends of mine outgrown me, or whatever the case is, it's because of that lack of communication. And but then again, because of the industry that I was working in, I had a lot of young friends. Like when I say young, I mean like I'm in my 30s. My friends were in their 20s. I can't expect these people who are just starting off their adulthood or their early 20s to think the way that I think. Because at the time that I was their age, I was probably thinking the same way they are right now. So I don't fault them. I don't blame them. It's just one of those things where age is age. And no matter how many times people say, oh, age ain't nothing but a number, you're right. But age tells the type of experience or how much experience these people have gained. Like they haven't lived a lot. Um, they just started going through uh, the stage of discovering their drinking limits. I know a lot of people drink when they're early and stuff like that, or they're younger, or in their early ages. That's what I meant. But the reality of it is that you don't start hitting up clubs or bars or anything like that unless you got a fake ID. Then whatever. Um, you don't start hitting up clubs, bars, or that type of scenery, or knowing your limits until you're like 21, 22. And if you're in college, obviously you're drinking, but it's not that type of setting. It's not that type of setting where you are with grown folks and you are surrounded by everybody who is either your age or above. So I don't expect these people to act accordingly to my age or my experience when I was probably acting their age at that age. So um yeah, pretty much, I don't regret any separations of friendships that I've had. I don't regret it. I just, like Michelle said one time, she was like, maybe that those are the friends that you needed at that time to get you through what you were going through at that time. And that's okay. These are people that God puts in your lives when you need it at that time. So I don't regret anything. But like I said, everything that stayed in 2023 will stay there 2023. And I really look forward to what 2024 has in store for me. And it's a different mindset it now, because I'm in survival mode. I'm like really in survival mode. And there's nobody that will get me out of my hole except me. Like I have to not put in 100%. I have to put in like a fucking 1,000%. Yeah, my friends are there for me. My family's there for me. Some of my family, a lot of my family don't know what I'm going through. I'm not really open like that. Like I said, I'm a very private person. So this already is enough. Like this already is going like out of my comfort zone. So chill out. A little bit at a time, all right? Baby steps, guys. But very few people know what I'm going through. So I've always been that type of person. Like I get myself into some shit, I'm gonna get myself out. Obviously, a lot of my like friends, those friends that I named, they're very supportive. But ultimately, in reality, it is up to me to get myself out of this hole. And I'm not saying that I put myself into this hole. it was just, that's for another episode. It's another, like, my financial issues started back in 2023, 2022, when I stopped work. Like, I was at my job, at that job that I had at that time, I was making like 5K a month with overtime, and 5K a month living in Florida, that's like fucking amazing. And the tip of the iceberg was I was making 5K a month, and when I re-signed my lease at the time, it was no biggie, no issue. And then some shit went down at work that, again, is for another episode because it's a long fucking story, and I have to think of how I have to say it because, um, despite the damage and the harm that these people did to me, I don't want to name names. Like, at the end of the day, I want to just respect their privacy, even though they don't respect me. I want to respect their privacy and respect that, that part of what happened. So I went from making 5K a month, paying such and such for rent, and then right after I signed the lease, like a month and a half later, shit went down at work, and I'm no longer making 5K a month. So I've been struggling to keep up with my bills, my rent, my car payments, and shit like that. So, if you know Florida, unless you're like pushing bags or shaking ass, you're not gonna find a job off the street making 5K a month. Like, I transferred with that job from New York. So I literally came from New York with New York pay, living in Florida, which was amazing. But I don't blame any other sources. That's just the situation. And I'm just too, my moral compass is like way too direct for me to be like, maybe I should turn into a little Pablo Escobar. Nope, can't, won't, will never, never cross my mind. I'm just joking around. Um, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just been like I've been trying to gasp for air for the longest, and I can't catch a break. So, like I said, I have a lot to do, have a lot of work to do, and just working on myself, making sure that my mental health is number one. Because without that, like, if you fall apart mentally or emotionally, like, you're fucked. On this journey that I've been, I have broken down numerous times, but not to the point where I'm like, I can't keep going. It's just been to the point where I have like a day, I have maybe 2 days where I'm just like, just gloomy. But then I'm like, yo, snap the fuck out of it, dude. Like, you got shit to do, you got work to do. Get back on that bike. You better pedal till the wheels fall off and just keep going. That's me talking to myself in the mirror. That's my morning affirmation every day. And I have much respect for mental health, and it's been a big, I'll tell you this, it's been a big factor. But I have a young lady that is watching every move, and she's listening. She's at the age where she wants to listen to everything. So those are my motivational points right there. Just moving forward for myself, for her, and just for a better future for both of us. And I set a deadline for myself because I do want her to go back to her original school that she worked so hard for the seventh grade. So yeah, that's my deadline. So with that being said, this was just a little 2024 recap, or first two, was it 2 3 weeks, 2 weeks of 2024. I haven't seen you guys since Christmas Eve, I believe. Um, and yeah, 2024 is going to be different. So I will, I'm back on my grind. So I'm going to be making more episodes more frequently. I promise it won't be like on a schedule, but it will be when I have time. I promise to at least do like one a week. I have a few people that have been asking me to be on the podcast. So I will get back to them, and I appreciate them for actually supporting this idea of mine to have a podcast. Like, who the fuck thought that me of all people would have a podcast? I don't know. Is it like this? I don't know. So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining in. Um, please go check out my merch. One of Nine podcast is just like that. The number one of nine podcast.com. That's where you will see all my merch. I have new stuff. I have tumblers coming on the way. I have snapbacks, fitteds, and dad hats on the way. As of right now, I have the One of Nine podcast tote, which Skylar got one. He's out there loving it. So I have that on sale. I have the t-shirts. I have new t-shirts, new designs. I have the hoodies. I have mason jars with the lids and the and the straw. So if you want to be a little fancy bougie drinking your cocktail, because I'm not drinking right now because it's too early in the day and I got to work later on. I'm being a responsible adult, but don't judge me. But I do have cocktail glasses with the One of Nine logo. If you want to check that out, if you subscribe to get emails from me from that website, you will get promotional codes. So you do get percentages off. I'm big on saving. So if you want to get those codes, please subscribe to my one of nine podcast.com. Check out my TikTok, check out my Instagram, YouTube, everything. I'm everywhere. You're going to see my face everywhere. So if you see that logo, click it, subscribe, share it. Please do support. Like I said, this means a lot to me because this not only is it doing something that I really want to do, and I'm sharing this with you guys, but this is also a way of me having. It sounds ugly when I say like I want to have extra income, but it's the reality of it. I'm reality of it. I'm being straightforward with you guys. I'm doing something that I love, and I'm not out here asking for money, but I am asking you to support by purchasing my merch. And at the same time, the thinking behind it is you're gonna see this One of Niners. What is that? What the hell is One of Niners? So then that's where you would come in, and you'd be like, nah, it's this badass bitch I watched. She got this podcast. It's One of Nine. You should watch it. Also, if you do refer a person to me, let me know, and you're gonna get $10 off your entire purchase. So for each person that you do refer, you get $10 off. So if you refer 4 friends, that's a free hoodie right there, guys. That's all I'm saying. So spread the word, please. Do me the favor if you're not interested in purchasing merch. I get that it's not for everybody. I get it. Not everybody wears hoodies. Not everybody wears t-shirts. I just hope you're not out there butt ass naked. But even if you do share, that's supporting as well, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys who have been purchasing. I really love you guys. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next episode. All right. So take care of yourselves. I'm off to work. I gotta go do some grown folk business. So yeah, thank you from your favorite curly headed Dominican. It is me, Liz. Keep on watching. Keep on subscribing. Keep on sharing. Keep on commenting. Keep on showing love. Thank you.